on late on purpose. How about that? Um, that's an honest question. Can everybody win? Just saying. Might be one of those times where I think everybody kind of got the W. Y'all already know what's up, and hopefully you watch the basketball game. If not, I'll keep you posted. Y'all know what's up. A lot of these things up.
Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started.
Are you kidding me? Unreal!
While our HBCUs are mostly known for academic rigor, community, they also know how to turn up.
Does he have it? Yes, he does!
And that might be the knockout punch.
All right, greetings and salutations. Hoping everything is going good with you and yours. Um, I ain't gonna lie. If you're a fan, you fan like me, it's been a solid week. Like I don't really want to hear a lot of complaining. Not that I'm saying, not that I'm saying I won't hear it. I'll let you do it, but you won't catch me participating in it. It's been a pretty solid week, and it made me kind of ask the question: like, can everybody win? I mean, I know the answer and reality and the rational point is, but you know, Hitman says, man, this game's over. B2A. Like, look, if I wasn't running the show right now, I would still be trolling. What's up, Tom? What's up, little baby? What's up, Mary 305? But yeah, like I said, if we wasn't over here applying a heavy dosage of B2A and I wasn't doing the show right now, I would be on the fifth quarter page absolutely trolling because we beating the fool out of them pool barrels. And you know what? Hey, I'm fine with it because I'm a FAMU fan. So, but I do got a computer too over here. Keep an eye on it. You know, can't never get too comfortable with these teams. So yeah, man. So a little bit of B2A being applied by the Lady Rattlers, man. So, but good times, man. What's up, baby? By 40, literally. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I think I think you got to give Jackson State a little bit of kudos and credit. They trolled so hard that they made that thing like an actual NIL thing, like a giving campaign is JSU by 40. I was like, mm. And look, what these homecoming hotels, look, y'all missed it. I believe AD Suggs tried to give y'all the game. And one thing about ONG, they do be trying to put you on game. You better get an Airbnb. Like, get you about 4 friends, get an Airbnb in a good neighborhood, call it a day. Now, I will say, Rattler Boosters still out here doing their thug thizzle. Gonna invite Selvin over probably about 2 weeks. You know, was trying to wait on the schedule to come out, but you know, let him kind of talk. Maybe do that last push to get y'all to join the Rattler Boosters. Y'all see, they help support the muscle milk. They also do the cooling chamber in some areas. So I'm just saying, look, baby, I'm trying to tell you. Also, we talked a little bit of this, St. Clair Moraine, but look, be on the lookout for your social media pages. We're gonna do a scheduled show. Might put some of your favorite friends together. Don't forget the Andre Dawson Classic. You are Central South Florida for like $30, but I think it's gonna be on TV. I ain't gonna lie, y'all gonna mess around and put that thing on TV, and I'm gonna watch it. And Hitman says I got one hotel, but I'd rather a different one. Hey, as long as not the Motel 6 with the Tallahassee prices, I think you're doing okay. That's just me. But look, I ain't gonna go too in depth on it. We're gonna look at the little schedule piece a little bit. You know, might say something, not too much. But first, make sure we get the other sports some love. I don't want them being like, yeah, he only talk about football and basketball. That's what y'all want to hear. But hey, 3 of our track athletes got all SWAC performers of the week. So just saying, I like our track coach. If you called him good hotel race in Thomasville and Bainbridge, yeah, you just got to drive 45 minutes to get there. Maybe an hour in homecoming traffic. But look, 3 track athletes, and if you missed it, look, yesterday, OSG Strike Zone was jam-packed. Like, literally, they had everybody. Like, I was like, man, I'm glad, because I was about to call coach. I was like, man, let me see if I can get Curry on. I was like, I'll wait. And then I was like, oh, man, I'm glad I waited. That'd have been doubled up. It is 72-39. If you're watching the FAMU ladies right now, a lot of B2A right now. But FAMU's track programs resurgent. It's a value again. Now, the women are kicking butt, and normally I do ladies first. But, hey, the men went up to Jackson and planted the flag for all FAMUans. Got us a nice W. And for me, the best part is, and it's not because I'm not a big troll. If you do check the 5th quarter page, that's I'm being goofy, funny, whatever. But I'm not really a troll like that. But what I liked about us beating Jackson State was a couple of their fans was talking cash money about the basketball program in particular. Like, oh, look at their basketball program. And then we went to their trap and beat them. And then post game, you had Coach Crary and the crew with the video come in your trap. Look, it's always better when you beat somebody if they talk a little bit of trash, just a little bit too much too. It's like when you get that person and they say too much, it just makes the victory that much sweeter. So this one, I ain't gonna lie, Jackson, you creeping into being a rival. I for a long time have not considered them a rival. But I think rivalries begin when 2 teams want the same thing and have the resources to go get it. That's when the best rivalries happen. So, okay, it's slowly becoming a rivalry. Now, this one, we also got the player of the week, too. Look, very quietly, both these basketball teams got good. Like, it's 74-39 FAMU versus Alabama State right now. And ever so quietly, those girls are approaching 500. Like, I don't care how you cut it. I believe I saw, was it 7-11? Let me come over here and double check. I like to be right. Like, I'm big petty about being right. 6-12, sorry. So it'll be 7-12 in a few minutes. So in about less than 15, 20 minutes if you're driving. But if you got it on Rattlers Plus, put on your phone and just turn the phone over while you're driving. But yeah, I don't think if FAMU gives up this amount of points, you'll be on ESPN for the wrong reasons. But 7-12. When was the last time FAMU had a winning basketball program? Full stop. Men or women, not even being like, hey, the women's team, like full stop. When was the last time FAMU had a winning basketball program? That's an interesting question. I'm just gonna put that out there. I think Coach Pressure comes out there with that. Oof. The conversation to be had about maybe having an extension. And while they are playing, look, now ONG got a little something going with it, doing a season ticket. It's not a raffle. They're doing a giveaway. So, but if you like to purchase your tickets the old way, got the $100 level, $250 courtside, okay, and $500 for the whole season courtside. So I'm just saying, at this point, I'll probably look at that courtside club. See, you just let me finish the season there. And little baby, exactly. Both teams are trending upward. You can't be the best in the SWAC if you don't beat the other teams in the SWAC. So and I caught that interview between Coach Gordon and Milton. Not Milton, sorry. I see Milton Patterson over here. Melvin Beal, sorry. And I think that was one of the cool things she mentioned was that now the Jacksons kind of had a little bit of change right there. Oh my goodness, a Super Ritz hit a 3. Hot dog, I think that was a Super Ritz. Okay, they good for like 2 a game. That was something that I was happy about. Now let's go ahead and jump to the football. Now, first off, I got the video over there. I can't play the music because I don't want to get in trouble. But I want to make sure I start with this. Oh, I was right. I told y'all, like, I don't do it very often. But this one, man, I felt it in my spidey senses. Like, And look, one thing my mama always told me, trust your gut. If your gut tells you, you got that weird thing going on, you're probably right. And she ain't never let me wrong on this one. I was like, I remember watching that shit. I said, we'll be back. My dad's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. You see the same crowd I see? I was like, Pops, that's like the FAMU side by itself is the whole stadium right now. And he was like, really? I'm like, yeah. So I know, the numbers we heard, $500,000, $250,000. Like, Rattler's coming down in every way. I'm just saying, look, $500,000. And I want to see the rest of the contract, but I'm pretty sure it's similar to the older offers, So, and look, I knew we were back in it and in it for 5 years. I love it. I love it. I like it. I do like it being in Miami. I personally have been to the OBC in 3 different cities. I've been to the OBC in Jacksonville. That was trash. And it wasn't the stadium. It was that was the South Carolina State one. Like, it wasn't nobody there but us. So that was bad. I've obviously gone to the one down in Miami. I've done that 3 times. And and as a kid, we had the OBC in Tallahassee one year. I believe we also played South Carolina State that year too. But yeah, so I've seen the OBC in multiple places. I'm excited to see it down there, largely because I want to see how you parlay that. Like, do you sell it as an event, or do you try to make it more of a game? And we talking about these hotel prices for homecoming. What these hotel prices gonna be looking like for that game? Like, you got to think. I mean, some of y'all got uncles and aunties down there, but for me, I ain't gonna lie. I normally hit like Dania Beach. Look, that's my normal spot. But we found in the spot the last OBC that wasn't as close, but was just as fire. And shoot, I'm trying to make that a family trip. Like, OBC, okay. Now, if y'all hadn't seen, you see, make sure ain't no music playing. I stay out of trouble. So if you haven't seen, this is the new video they dropped. B2A definitely being applied. Cozy the crew. First game, letting you know we're going to the 305. There you go. August 30th, Hard Rock Stadium. Fangs playing Howard. Last time we played, there was Celebration Bowl. So if you missed that one, fun times. Then doubling down in South Florida. I don't know if I'm going to do that FAU game. I've never been before. I've been on their campus, but I've never been to a game there. So one of those teams just going to stay down there. But then you're going to finally come home. The Mighty Quinn returns home with Albany State. Look at that. My boy Ace. We play Alabama State, probably our closest rival. That game's going to be well attended. Then you see Thad Franklin with the hop over. We owe Valley a whooping. Sorry. Then North Carolina Central. That one was not a huge surprise. Like, we had heard they might be in the mix for the other game. Alcorn for homecoming. Then you better get your tickets. Shout out to Brian and the crew for giving us a heads up on that. I don't like those green jerseys. But Southern on the 25th, that's going to be there. Then the champs are coming to Tallahassee, and we hadn't beat them in Tallahassee in forever. So we owe them a dub. Needs to be handed out. UAPB up there. Definitely need to get excited for that. Hopefully, we'll see how that goes. That's a dangerous game for me. Then we're going up to Alabama A&M, another one with Sam Shade and the crew. And then obviously, can we extend it to 4 years? A whole graduation class that has faced nothing but losses to Florida A&M University. So, as y'all can see, some good, decent games, man. I think if you're trying to buy season tickets, it's a good value. Like, just as a season ticket holder, home-wise, you got Albany State. I think the attendance on that is going to be fire. Albany travels pretty well, only about an hour and some change from Tallahassee. Sometimes they bring the band, but if they want to leave them at home, I'm perfectly fine with that. Alabama State, they travel really well. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, last time they came, they brought a great crowd. It was a great game, kind of raucous. They brought the band. Another game you're definitely going to go to. North Carolina Central, though, I don't know, man. I think that would be fun for, like, to see what HBCU nightly if they're going to come down. See if Josh and some of them coming. Looks like the game kind of blacked out on my left here, but I don't know how well attended that's going to be just for, like, outside of the community. Like, one of the secrets to FAMU's best attended games are normally from teams that are somewhat regional. Like I said, Alabama State to Tallahassee is about 2.5, 3 hours. That's a pretty drivable distance. Same thing with Albany State. Like, they come down to Tallahassee because a lot of them just come down to Tallahassee all the time anyway. But that North Carolina Central game is going to be interesting. Home and home. Then Alcorn's homecoming. That's going to be interesting, though. Like, we haven't played them since the 80s. And so, I think that's going to be an interesting game, partially because it is homecoming. Like, I think you're going to end up getting a lot of people come to that game, largely because it is what it is. Southern, are we going to travel? That's after homecoming, too. I don't think a lot of us going to travel. We just spit the check on homecoming. Yeah. Then Jackson's the week after in Tallahassee. Yeah, if you're a Southern fan, man, y'all might as well make that y'all homecoming. And I ain't saying y'all gonna win. I'm just saying you get the attendance. Like, yeah, that's gonna be tough. But Jackson State coming to Bragg, that's gonna be a fun one. And then that's really the last home game. Like, you have no more home games. You're on the road, and obviously you finish at the 100 Florida Classic where you're the home game. So I want to see if we wear a special jersey for that. Maybe a special jersey, special sticker, something. Like, give me something for that one, man. So, and it looks like the ladies have finished off the Hornets. So a little bit of B2A on that one, man. A huge thrashing. Much needed win, though. So far, tough schedule. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Act like it's not a bunch of juggernauts, but you could just as well finish with this schedule. 1, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Your likelihood of finishing like 10-2 is just as likely as you finish 6-6. Like, you really, man, this is one of those games. If I set the over under, I don't know, it might be a little fun game to play with Brian and the crew when we do have that moment. Hey, how many games you got? But schedule drops tonight, and it's a good one. But this is my question, especially for the OVC. Who are the future teams? Like I said before, if I'm a Valley, I make that call. I'm sorry. Like if I'm Terrell Buckley, I make that call. I don't care. I don't care if our fans ain't gonna travel nowhere. They ain't coming to Tallahassee. So might as well come entice them to go to Miami and get that money. Like same thing for UAPB. Like next year, I'd be like, hey, we kind of owe y'all one. Y'all want to start the season in Miami? Yeah, we'll split. Hey, we'll take that. We'll be the home or the away team. Either way, it don't matter. Like I'm just saying. And little baby, ah, little baby says I'm keeping my expectations low and putting pressure on coach to win out, but I'm expecting a win with just about every game. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I can't say my expectations are low because it's cozy. Like I think I probably have a little more faith in the process than what I would let on, but I'm optimistic. I saw a certain amount of wins from a friend. I'm not going to say because I didn't read his article yet to see how many he put out there, but I saw Gerald definitely was like, I got this many wins. I'm like, okay, I can see that. Now, you got the schedule. All the speculations are done. We can stop talking about the venues and everything else and all that other good stuff. Yeah, you gotta trend up from last year. Like, yeah, definitely. Now this one, I love this. This is my adopted school. Like anytime they play, my friends already know. You cheering for Jones? Absolutely. There's one. We got a DB, Isaiah Murphy from the great Jones High School in Orlando, Florida. Historic Jones High School, who's got a resurgence of a football program because that football program was cheeks forever. The band was solid. Now, when I got there, football team was solid. Right? They've been good ever since I've been here. So we got a DB. Jones produces pretty good DBs. Kirby Joseph for the Detroit Lions, one of my former students, played at Jones. Seven Banks, another guy. So Jones produces some solid defensive backs most times. PJ, he's in the NFL as well. So I normally tell people I got 2 or 3 players in the NFL right now, former students. So Jones produces some pretty good DBs, solid quarterbacks, but we just never seem to be able to land one. Not one of the quarterbacks, but that's a good get. Now I will say, I think everybody kind of wanted this, and I don't always watch Scotty. If I see a FAMU thing up there, I'm probably going to try to check it out. Man, look, he hit the nail on the head when he was talking about Coach Milton Patterson leaving. Like, everybody wanted that. I loved it for him and for you. For me, I'm indifferent. Like, I kind of told y'all what was up. I was like, hey, I don't think Coach Patterson's getting the hook. I think the special teams thing is going to play a part and be a reason he stays because special teams was an abject disaster. Like special teams was directly responsible for, I would, off the top of my head, I can remember a good 20 plus points by special teams just mucking up. Like maybe even 30. Like I think if you were to pull a statistic for points given up by special teams, FAMU is probably one of the worst this season, and it's probably historically bad. Like I don't remember the last time I've seen a special teams unit this bad. Some of it was attrition, but some of it was just his poor philosophy. So we're gonna see. Because I think with Milton Patterson's departure, I think you win some things. I definitely saw the thing about Corey Fuller. I told someone I'd be surprised. That would be a complete shock. For multiple reasons. One, you screwed him over. Like we could call this nice, or we can lie about it. But when he kind of came in and filled in and damn near won the Florida Classic, you didn't really give that man a chance. Just saying. Also, He's in an off the field position at Florida State, and he's a Florida State alumni. Two things that I keep saying, and I ain't gonna lie, this ain't mine. It's not original. I actually stole it from the Nocast. Avid listener, but one of the things I believe, because it's just Bud right now, Ingram's kind of rising spear in that, but Bud was talking about not hiring alumni for certain positions because they're darn near unfireable. Corey Fuller's in a really great position off the field. And is he going to get a raise to come at FAMU? And if he does get a raise to come to FAMU, how long is FAMU going to do him right again? Because, I mean, do we need to scroll up a little bit just to see? Little baby's comment. Some of y'all ain't got the most faith in the coach. That keyword I said, y'all, Keith is okay. So am I going to leave a job where I have a relatively sharp, heavy amount of job security to go across the street? But sometimes y'all don't want to hire people because they didn't go to FAMU or because they went to Florida State. Just saying, that's a tough ask. Like, I ain't saying he wouldn't take the job. I'm just saying if it was me, shoot, I wouldn't do it. I got a comfortable job at Florida State, off the field. Nah, man. Nah, I'm good. I'm comfortable. I don't need that headache. And when I did have the headache and want the headache, you didn't want to give me the position full time. I'm good. Honestly, this is me. I could be wrong. I think if you are a FAMU person, despite what I just said about how hard it is to get rid of people, I think you offer the DC position to Billy Roll. Like, that thing sells good. Remember, part of the issue with him kind of taking the job, not taking the job, was he kind of just retired. So you was kind of go mess up his drop money. Like, man, it's been time. So as a DC, I'm gonna scratch my head and say you're gonna offer him 100 and something, maybe 90, plus what you get from drop. If you were to offer Billy Roll the job at FAMU, he's making head coach money between FAMU, retirement, and whatnot. Heaven forbid he's eligible for Social Security and he's not traveling all over the country outside of the season. I'm just saying, bro, dude would be making close to $200K. Like, you'll be a fool not to at least walk in the door and be like, clink, clink, clink. Hey, man, won't really much need you to do all that recruiting too much. You know, you can call your people in South Florida, but you want to be the DC? You can make about 200 total. I'm just saying, see, that's just me. I know I think differently. You know, Keith thinks outside the box. Like, my mom's favorite line to message me is, we're going to be different, baby. And she says it like a certain way that she knows, like, that's just you. We're going to be different, baby. Like, you think about this. What kind of sense does it not make? Like, because when you add a guy like Billy Roll, to me, that gives you versatility in multiple positions. Because now you have access, better access to me, to that South Florida pipeline. Where you have schools like Northwestern saying, hey, y'all ain't coming down here. Okay. Well, y'all come up here. We got Billy up here. Y'all know him. I think also that gives you an option as far as who's next. Let's say you, and I got to be careful saying this because I want folks to succeed. But if you decide to pivot, that opens doors to other directions that you want to go in. I think you stay the course contractually as well. But just putting that out there, it starts making too much business sense not to offer somebody like a Billy Roll, where Is it a 10-year hire? No. What makes the job as a defensive coordinator less attractive? The fan base literally has stated that they are not happy with last year's product, and you had a winning season. Like 7 wins wasn't good enough. And for us, it's not good enough. So as a DC, do I want to come here, cut my teeth, knowing that I might be gone next year? Or do I come in and be like, hey, I'm an alumni anyway? So I'm not really cutting teeth. I've been on the staff. I've worked in rooms with this guy. Okay, I kind of get it. Like, let me run the defense. You worry about being a head coach. I'll help you in recruiting. Like, to me, it makes a lot of sense as a last hurrah for a coach, where you come in, you get 3 years in those 3 years, you're clearing 100 plus just off of retirement and whatever you're getting from FAMU. Like, y'all don't think that makes sense? I'm just saying, like, at some point, the numbers people got to do numbers things. Like, and look, that's what I don't disagree, EA, but I think that's kind of the Chip Kelly mold. I think that's the Gus Malzahn mold. Hell, across the street at Florida State, you literally had a guy say, man, F this head coaching stuff, I'll be the OC. You're not really recruiting if you don't have to. Like, there are ways you can play that to where he's the DC, and you shift some things. I'll say it like that. There's definitely a person that if you were to make that move, that should be the recruiting coordinator for Miami-Dade County. I'll keep it there. Like, it should be something where he walks in the door and he resonates with the coaches more than the players. There's generations since he has been a coach down there. So I'm not going to act like he's walking in the door and all of a sudden these high school players are like, oh my gosh. High school players are like, I don't know him. But their coaches are like, yeah, we know him. That's one of our guys. So I think, to your point, EA, 62 to 63, that's what I'm saying. Year 2 of Colsey, with 1 year left on a contract, 65, 64, 65. And hella high water, you're retiring. And what you're really becoming is a stopgap. Like, you're really that guy who's like, man, if I want to do this for another 5 years and get old, and I can. But if I just want to do this for 2 years, make a quick $200K, 2 years, $400,000, man, look, would you turn down $300,000 over 2 years? I'm asking that out loud. Like, I know me personally. Shoot, I roll the dice. I give you a hot 2 years, especially if your health is relatively good. Now you got some health issues because you can't put that Diet Coke or that regular Coke down. Can't help you. Guys drink more water. I need to too. That's my last soda for the night. But on the other side of that, I think that's your first call. I think if that's your first call, I did love hearing that you consider a coach from Jackson State. But I'll be honest, as a DC, I want somebody with a little bit of experience, and we all kind of see what's going on. They're running the old Mickey Andrews defense. Like, Jackson State's not doing anything revolutionary. That defense is literally FSU's defense from when Tion, James Colsey, and Terrell Buckley played at Florida State. Really good guys in coverage, put some pressure on the quarterback. Now, you can mix it up between man and zone all you want to, but I'm just saying, it's like I wouldn't, and I think Bill is a little more in the tank. I think he does. Look, I told y'all I was on the sideline, like right next to him, and I was sitting over there like, oh, this dude could put on a freaking coach's clinic today. Like he was like, yeah, if it was me, I would do this, do this, and you were like, okay. And then everything he said hit. I'm like, shoot, this dude forgot more about football than I've ever learned. Like, I'm just saying, I think a 2-year run, I made a call. That's just me. Outside of that, is there anybody in SWAC else you want? Me at HBC Worlds? I'm gonna ask that openly. Y'all know me, I don't care. I want to win. Like, I honestly feel like if you're looking at it, you look for who the better defenses are, who's having success, and then bring them in. Like, and you're not wrong yet, but because EA says a new DC want to bring in his own coaches and not have to accept assistants who are already on the team. I like that. I like that. I would make the call. I would make the call, especially if it's with the extension. That's why I say I think I would call Billy first. I feel like, he's kind of already around, even though these are Cozy's people. This is Cozy's ship. Like last year, he kind of hinted, like I was directing it, but some of the sailors weren't mine. But now, shoot, them your guys. Like, what I really think as a DC, if I couldn't get somebody like that, I would probably want to bring in, and I hate to say it, a position coach. Hey, I know defensive line didn't work. I probably wouldn't bring in necessarily another D line coach to be my defensive coordinator. I'd probably look for a safety, maybe a linebacker to come in. If you were more established, I'll say this, especially considering the season you had, not last year, but the season before, it would be a hell of an opportunity for a guy like an Isaiah Major. But he's kind of coming in as GA. So I think it's a little too young, too early. But I think somebody who's kind of still got that fire like that, still kind of young, I think that'd be a fun thing to see. But at this point, with what you have, my concern is bringing somebody from in-house and just elevating them, because we saw that last year. Like, that was part of the flaw of last season. You just elevated who you already had. You didn't bring in new people. And when that happened, they kind of shat the bed. Like, you kept the same special teams guy, elevated somebody from the defense, kept the OC, but elevated him to having play calling duties. It didn't work. So this is where, for me, and this is just my perspective, my opinion, I think Fangs Exchange is going tonight. So, we're going to wrap it up in a little bit. My concern is bringing somebody in-house. Bring somebody from outside. If it's me, I prefer somebody from outside, unless it's that one person I mentioned, because you got to do something. And EA says he's going to have to elevate from in-house. We'll see. My only question is, I don't want to say who, because that's always the question we get, like, well, who are we going to get? It's more of like, do you want them as the OC or the DC? Like, especially after you had last year happen, is that the position of the role you're going to give them? I don't know. That's that little part you scratch in the back of your head. Like, I wonder. Like, I don't know. That would be interesting. And he is. That's what I'm saying. Hitman, way too young. Like, I agree. I think like I said, for a defensive coordinator hire, I'll say it once, I'll say it again. I would hope you bring in somebody from outside. Maybe somebody who has prior defense coordinator experience that's kind of looking to get back into the game, maybe. Or honestly, somebody like a Burris. Like Burris came in, knocked it out of the park as a quarterback coach. Like I feel like we saw some development in even the worst quarterbacks. We saw some development. But then you definitely saw like running away, going away. This guy's a better quarterback. And then you also saw with the play calling, Thad Franklin got hot. Like the same way Terrell Jennings did at the same time of the season. Thad Franklin got hot. If you have that all season, I don't think Thad Franklin stays. That's just me and my 2 cents. But I think if you get a DC who's got some experience, probably not somebody from, somebody from a successful school. But honestly, I would look maybe at like a Division III program that's winning. Look at a Mountain Union or something like that. Like, go get somebody from a smaller program that's used to having success and bring them to FAM. Because I get 3 things. 1, I probably get you at a discount. 2, I get you someone who's probably kind of experienced. Like, you're probably overqualified for the position, but you're just overlooked because of where you're at. And 3rd, you're probably kind of young. So you probably don't mind working at FAMU for 2 or 3 years, like, and getting it in. Good question. I don't know about Valdosta State's defense. That's a good question. I wouldn't mind. I have to go back and look at their stats to see where they were, but not a horrible hire. Like, let's not sit up here and blow smoke up people's butt. Valdosta State ain't packing out a high school stadium. So I get to move an hour and a half down. I get a raise. I don't pay state income tax. You get like 9,000 more people in the stadium. So on a good day, you got, on an average day, you got 18. On a cold day, you got 10. Like, I'm just saying. I think Ernie would be an interesting suggestion. I don't know if Ernie would want it, but that's just me. I think it would be a great way for him to come in as a DC, but they get another problem. Alumni, comfortable position. Norvell's kind of on the fence as far as whether they're going to keep him or not. Because if you don't keep him, you still have Ernie there in a great position at his alma mater. Like, it's part of the danger of hiring alumni. It's really hard to fire him. Like he made all the coaching changes to offense, special teams. Then the defensive coordinator leaves. That's going to be a tough sell to a defense coordinator without his own coaches. It could be, but honestly, I wonder how much of that was, because remember how Cozy was kind of like, we got more things coming, but I can't tell y'all. I'm wondering, like, did he already know? I don't know if he answered that now, but I'm just saying. And that's what I'm saying, Gail. That's what I say, like, a Mountain Union, I would get those little schools, and they would hate to see me. Head coach, offensive coordinator, special teams coordinator, Jesus, it don't matter. They hate to see me coming. They're like, here come this N-word from FAMU again. He always want to take one of our coaches and pay him more. And I'd be like, sure do. Come on here to Tallahassee. State income tax and sunshine. You'll be all right. I'm just saying, like, as the athletic director, I think she's savvy. I love my athletic director. I think that's a move she might make. Get somebody from one of those schools, pay them kind of, you get to pay them at the bottom of the coaches poll there. I said, but the state has like a suggested payment thing for people. You can pay them at the bottom of that. Make athletics a little bit of money in the process. Hey, I'm just saying, you start winning some games, people don't care if you polka dot. Oh, what's up, coach? How's it going? Because you got to get a new strength conditioning. Like, literally, A Division 2 or 3 program would hate to see me come. You winning? I know you got a good strength condition program. Okay. You got a SID? Oh, yeah. Okay. Come on over to FAMU. I'll give you a little bit more money. Like, it's a Division 3 NAIA should be the bottom. Then Division 2, then your Division 1s. That's job. That's not even like anything. That's HR stuff. Like, start off at the bottom, then you move your way on up. And as you move up, you get paid more. Like, I'm just saying, it's not rocket science. Like, because what we're seeing in HBCU sports is not sustainable. Delaware State Stadium seats 10,000 people. Now, I'll give Norfolk's credit. Their seats 30. You getting 30,000 people in that stadium all the time? Because $500,000, that was a lot of money for your program. Like, I'm just saying. So let me not get on that soapbox. Scotty hits it enough, and he's not wrong. Like, so y'all be surprised. A lot of us are closer than you think, man. So, and that doesn't mean like, friend wise. I mean just like agreement mind wise. So, all right, upcoming events though. If you are in the Orlando area, hey, you're part of the good news. February 21st, they are having Magic on the Yard. So come check it out. Great DJs, great time. Dresses. We having a little bit of, we're gonna be looking nice. I say it like that, But it's, wear your nice party clothes. Like look comfortable, but look classy. Also, Greater Orlando NAA. Join. All of NAA needs you to join. I just joined. So I just renewed my membership for the NAA and the boosters. And I am a proud member of the Greater Orlando chapter of the National Alumni Association. Also, if you are interested in going to the NAA Alumni Convention, it's going to be in Frisco, Texas. That is a suburb of Dallas. Go check that out. It's going to be some good times, good food, good venue. And elections are coming up. Curtis Johnson's running. Also, Will Euless coming out there and running for NAA president. So make sure you register. You got 1 day left. So if you have not signed up for the National Alumni Association, tomorrow is your last day if you want to vote in the elections. So little baby said, I got my convention tickets yesterday. Okay. I see you. I think we're still in school. Someone missed that. Let me see. No, school's out. School will be out. So we'll see. If I don't go to J5, I'll think about it. Yeah. Also, they should be on right about now. Don't forget to check out the Fangs Exchange. Fangs Exchange, I ain't gonna say the official. One of the NILs, but probably our most impactful NIL for Florida A&M University. You can scan the QR code if you want to donate. I signed up, but I hadn't donated yet because it was acting wonky. But I do plan to because it's Thanksgiving. I'm looking at that silver level. Like I want that Thanksgiving T-shirt, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm a sucker for the little towel. And then the signature slides, those are gonna be my new house shoes if they're comfortable. Now, I ain't gonna make the gold level this year. But look, if my ship come in, I'm going to the platinum status. So we'll see, man. Oh yeah, look, Bowler's balling. Go be on the lookout. Fang Exchanges. I don't know if I should leak this, but the Fang Exchange is doing a little work with Kendall Bowler. So be on the lookout, man. Fang Exchange is trying to do some really big things. And we'll see, man. Look, check out Saturday. Might have a little something special from you. Might be bringing the conglomerate together, man. So, the FAMU conglomerate might be coming together to do a little something, talk about the schedule. We'll see. Be on the lookout. It'll be on Fangs Up, fifth quarter, O&G, penalty talk, Fang Exchange. Look, we try and do a little something, man. Make sure that we are stronger together, man. All right, y'all. Look, it's a long day. It's gonna be a good night because the Rattlers just gotten that. Oh, almost cussed. Gotten that behind, stung them Hornets, and got some dubs. So, maybe we can all get ready, get some more dubs, get some more wins. Catch y'all later, because y'all know what's up. It's always gonna be Fangs up.
Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started.
Are you kidding me? Unreal.
While our HBCUs are mostly known for academic rigor, community, they also know how to turn up.
Does he have it?